Hello and welcome everyone. Uh, just a few moments ago, my body just decided to cease the living functions altogether. So expect me to mute myself occasionally and cough my lungs out, because something went in there that shouldn't be in there, and it doesn't want to get out. So, further ado, let's actually get the game started. And let me cough my lungs out for the first time as well. I was just about to say that don't you fucking do the same thing again as the game did, OBS did last week. But no, I can see the game as it should be good. Because I'm not I'm not capable of going through the same shit again. I've been just extremely tired. And I'm really not keen on the fact that I have so many painting projects on the table, which are like, they're almost ready. They only need just a few tiny things done to them and they would be complete. But I haven't been able to do it. Haven't been in the painting mode. I have had a couple of short sessions, but in the end it feels like I get more audiobook listen than painting done, so But I should get this model done before I have the next game, which might be next Wednesday. Who knows? This Wednesday was a failure. I'm just really liking how the third eye on the model came out. But I'm a bit surprised how little shine I gotten into the guts and things like that. Guts and wounds. I got a lot of more shine going with the Great Unclean one. But then again, the wounds on that guy are the size of this, like, larger than this guy's head. Including the weird extended mouth. Well, since I have to see, can I actually manage to do both this and the final part of the trial today? We'll have to see. Most likely I'm just gonna flat out run out when we've done this part, have a short stream. But no fret, it will be recompensated by Monday. If you don't know what's happening on Monday, check the announcement on the Discord. I might actually post it on Twitter as well. I kind of forgot about that. So I might do that sometime after the stream. Yeah, like I'm not at all surprised. Like, TV companies would really go for and just breaking all all the laws and doing all the bribes they can just to get a live footage of a quote unquote real prison escape. And they would quote unquote accidentally let him actually escape during the thing. So they can do a quote unquote real living of a prison escapee magician later on. Yeah, yeah. Show business, not good. You already spoiled it beforehand. So... also, but that is actually a good factor. A real professional magician versus someone who just learned a trick and shows it off. It's usually how they behave after it. I know that it actually used to be a real thing in the US that young guys learn magic tricks to hit on girls, but I can only imagine that that wasn't really successful. Plus the fact that it usually was followed, like, if the audience was like, "Whoa, how did you do that?" they immediately go and explain it. Which take all the fascination from the trick and will sink your attempts completely. If there is actual some genuine interest there, just saying that it is just talent in magic or something akin to it might actually make them be more interested seeing more tricks performed by you. So, he's really looking forward to telling it again, isn't he? I've seen this act way too many times. Well, just buying a trophy doesn't mean anything. Plus, trophies are so cheap nowadays. Like, we visited a aunt of mine on Sunday before I was dropped off at the train station. And in her cabinets, there's a lot of hunting trophies from her late husband. And my dad made a comment of, yeah, those are old trophies, they are actual metal, not like the trophies nowadays. And then it hit me. Yeah, that's actually true. If you pick up any of new trophies from anywhere, from trophy stores, there's a lot of them in every city here, by the way. I don't know why, but still. If you pick them up, you will always go, oh, it's actually this white. And they are really dandy as well. because they are made with thin plastic or aluminum. Meanwhile, the trophy that looks exactly the same is super heavy if it's an old one, because they actually used heavy-duty materials. They were actually expensive to make. So like, the money that the stores making them earned was very little, because they cost so much to make. They didn't get that much by selling them. Meanwhile, nowadays, they're trying to sell the new trophies, which are ridiculously cheap. You can get like 10 for €1 for the store, but they're gonna sell it to you like 20 or at least 15 a piece. Like, outrageous margins. I'm just surprised that they still can be in business, because people don't buy trophies anymore. Usually people just are happy to get a gift card and that's it. Gift cards are usually a very good replacement for the trophies. But I do enjoy my trophies from tournaments. They are custom made, always for them, so they're nice. I just hate the fact that they don't have any sort of slot where you could put your name or anything. So they are like very generic. I have 2 Shadecat trophies, they are exactly the same as every Shadecat trophy. I have Kill Team coins, they are exactly the same as the other Kill Team coins. So that's the only bad thing. But yeah, before I leave, was there actually something I was supposed to show him? I guess not. I guess like what we getting in the picture is good enough for the advance. Yeah, this doesn't look like a ventriloquist practicing for an act. This looks like someone with a mental disorder punishing himself. It's surprisingly common, if there is any sort of split personality issues, that the one having it will reflect the other personality or even fade personality into an object. Like, that is the source where it's coming from. And ventriloquist, it's the perfect place. There is actually a dummy that's supposed to be a personality. So, perfect scapegoat, I would, in essence. Let's not go to psychology today. There is too much to go by, especially with this game. The power of me trying to clear my throat caused some folders to fall on my leg. I'm surprised that there is no pain. It hit my legs in such an angle that the toes themselves weren't affected by majority of the hit. But there is so much weight from this, I think I might actually need to be forced to put down my other leg so I can use the first one to raise them back up. I might need to find a better place for them than there, but they are good and close to the computer, because often when I need the cards, it's here. I go through them here. If I need to use them, I use them here. No, Trilo, no. Please, no. Maya, don't encourage them. Well. Oh, so what do you mean even more mature song? Like, it is like a song thought for kids, yeah, but it's not a kid's song per se, because it's actually a song that people use while rowing, because you can maintain multiple type of rhythms for rowing with that song. And it's usually translated to languages in a manner that it suits the used boats in that location. Yeah. Where to start? I guess let's start with scene of the crime. And of course my neighbor just decided to start playing piano. It hasn't happened for a long time, but of course when I start streaming, it has to happen. Yeah, I stayed quiet for a reason there. I tried to see, can the mic actually pick it up or not? And I could see that there was something very small going on with the mic, but it might as well have been my computer's fans. They are very quiet, but they still make sound. So, I need to do some vigorous sound testings at some point, because I again forced myself to be quiet. The game was quiet. And hello Goran. And now my computer is making sounds. I can hear that it's doing something to the hard drives. And that sound possibly was caught up? It's hard to say. Like, I can only see certain small audio waves moving. And actually hearing and isolating them after it has gone through Twitch Yeah, not gonna be easy to test. I... Oh, that doesn't sound good. Well, usually things like that get solved, get solved eventually. And if they don't, then maybe it's a sign. But yeah, just don't try not to think too much about it. It's usually the best to let the situation cool down regardless. But back to the topic at hand. I really don't know how much face would hurt by fake laughing because I haven't really been fake laughing. I do fake laugh, but not to an extent. And it's never like genuine laughter, it's evil cackle just for the sake of it. And that doesn't make your face hurt. Actual genuine laughter, that's what hurts because you aren't controlling it. I've been so close to death by laughing so many times. And they always dare to say that laughter makes you live longer. Like, I can see some points for Gumshoe, but then on the other hand, he does sound insane. And here we see Von Karma just falling from the sky, doing a whip attack to Gumshoe to slow her descent. Yeah, that's like when we actually get to the trial, the idiocy in many things regarding what actually happened here, it's just so I can't describe it without spoiling. Uh, yeah, like usually when we are told not to go somewhere, it means that it's the moment when we do go there. But we can't go there now. And I kind of wish that there would be a moment when we could try to go there. And we would be just shoot out immediately. Because that's usually what you can do. But let's see, does Mo have something to say? Oh, he might not actually be here at the moment. Yeah, Mo's not here. No. No. The way it was timed, it doesn't make me think of Mo. It does make me think of that fucking horrible laughter from that Final Fantasy game. Which one is it? Final Fantasy 9? Or 10? No, I don't think it's 10 because 10-2 was that horrible thing, and then 10-2 has the same character as 10 itself. So 9? It had to be 9 then. I don't really play Final Fantasy, so it's very easy for me to mix them up. And not to tell how freaking much they have been mixed up from the get-go. Oh, and talking about mixing things up, I just remembered, and Final Fantasy, I just remembered, there is a Nintendo Direct today. Well, not today, but tomorrow, because it happens after midnight. So yeah, after midnight. I don't remember exactly, was it 1, 2 or 3 a.m? Because time zones. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. I don't expect that there's not gonna be anything on it right now. The Pokemon Direct already was, and I'm really just waiting for Pokemon. That's really about it. I have so many games on Switch I need to play. And hopefully actually we get to play some of them on Monday. If the sub count isn't met, I will most likely at least attempt to do a full playthrough of a game on Monday. Depending on viewers and bits and other things as well, but it's been waiting. I have had the game waiting for a long time. I remember getting it very, very cheaply on the sale, and I used some code points on it so they didn't expire to make it even more cheaper. I think I almost paid it. Actually, I might have paid it in full with the code points, to be completely frank. And Phoenix, don't you try. You didn't sneeze once when you were frightened by the tiger before. But stepladder. I think that this is the same line as it was 2 episodes ago when we found this current one. I assume that everything else is the same as well. So let's move to the cafeteria. Yeah, it is still this case, Goran. We have at least this episode, maybe even the next. It really depends how long it takes me to go through these parts. Will I need an extra stream to go through it? I would want it to go through all the way, but I don't want to miss a lot of Zen stream. So I might have to cut this stream off when I get past the examination part. I have to say, like, it's... Good God, it's already been half an hour. No! It was a trial, Mo. It was a trial. Well, here we come to a thing which hasn't been thoroughly explained, but you should be able to understand it from the concept from the get-go. If someone's thinking they're saying the truth, there shouldn't be Cyclops. It doesn't mean that what they say is true, it's just that they think it's true. Because normally there should be doubts seeing something like that. But then again, we are talking about a clown who knows that the magician is known for flying, even though he should know how it's done. He's still a very, very deranged clown. Let's actually examine around. Oh, I did get this examination done last time. I recall that I should have gotten something from that more than what was. But yeah, maybe I don't need to examine. There's nothing else I can talk about. Could I actually show something? We do have that picture. Let's actually look at it before we do anything with it. So let's show it. Because we can see that there is the statue and it is on a pedestal. That's really everything new, because these two women wearing the bunny ears have nothing to do with any of this. Absolutely nothing to do. So the only new thing is this huge ass trophy and this statue. So let's present. Mo already knows. What? Don't say it like that. I could actually believe this is if Mo said this. I could take it as a honest truth, knowing the characters. Yoink. Oh right, I keep forgetting. You guys can't see when I take a screenshot, but you guys should be still able to hear the sound of it. But yeah, this is for a future meme use. Because come on, Phoenix is admitting something here. Let's actually. Oh yeah, we can't see Phoenix's age. I forgot. Like Max is 21, but how old was Phoenix? I don't remember at all. Yeah, we can talk about the bust now. Yeah, it is true. But he was trying to set up a joke, so not a good thing yet. Like, from the get-go, you would need to think that that note is something completely unrelated. Because it was posted before the murder. So, either it's someone trying to frame that they knew, like, they would be a witness to the murder instead of being the murderer, and doing it badly because they posted it way too soon, way before the murder even happened, or that it's talking about something completely unrelated. Which more likely would be that it's something completely unrelated. Let's actually look. Can we see the note? No, we can't see the note. Let's look at the picture. This boss it's clearly Galactica. It's clearly him. Meaning that, and like, we could see that this boss was in the picture where he received the trophy. Like, did they rig the competition that he already won before it happened? That they made this bust out of him? Or did they make a bust out of all the participants? Only the winner just gets the actual trophy. It wouldn't be that confusing though. There have actually been a couple of like quote-unquote reality TV show competition where they have made busts or full-on statues or paintings of the competitors, and then usually they smashed or burned or did something to the ones that dropped out of the competition. I remember that they did the painting thing and the bust thing in the show where Stan Lee tried to find new superheroes. I only seen certain episodes and clips because it was never shown here. Not like that show wasn't ever shown here, nor was the show which was Stan Lee like going to extraordinary people and marking, oh, this guy is a superhero, he can do this thing, so he is a superhero. He's super stretchy, he can twist himself in a knot 4 times. And yeah, like I don't remember what either one was called though. So I think because like we have to quote unquote kill time before we can go to Acro's room. I think we had to go back to the detention, but let's check the ringmaster room for a sec. I doubt we are gonna get anything even said. I have no memories that there would be anything used for it. This part, but well, if it was snowing, and you pussies always say that it's cold if it's snowing. Have we discovered that? I don't remember these yellow things here. Yeah, I think we have discovered everything, so let's go back to the detention. Oh, I thought this is the way we get him to talk about the bust. I might remember wrong. Well, this should have been something at least. Yeah, it is. Don't tell me that this was actually the only thing I could do here. Just getting the information that I need to talk to someone else. I'm thinking that might have been it, so let's go back if we can actually find a character we haven't seen in this part yet. Where could she be? No, she's not here. And she's not here. Was there actually something else I was have to do? Because it's only Mo here. Okay, final thing I can test is... oh yeah, I have to go through the entrance. And then the plaza. No, not here. She's definitely not in Mo's room. So, there had to be something else I'm missing. Oh, hold on. Could there actually have been something inside the... Oh, I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. Of course, we actually do need this room. Because we were told that the ringmaster stuffed the thing into his fucking pocket. I'm stupid. Yeah, like we seen that paper in the previous time, but we didn't know that it was important, but now we know what it is. I are so dumb. Well, this should already be enough to showcase that it's most likely isn't Galactica who did the murder, because he was known to be with the ringmaster in his room. Why would he do a note making the ringmaster go somewhere else? Shouldn't it be the best thing for Galactica to have the note that would get the ringmaster to go to his designated place, and then Galactica would have some sort of alibi that he would be somewhere else? Not that he has an alibi. Not that he kinda wrecked his alibi, if he actually did that. But these things aren't usually thought with much reason by the judge, and the prosecution is always hiding something. But yeah, now we have that thing. But is it now time to actually get to the Akro's room? Yep, it is time. That doesn't sound like any sort of phone. It reminds me more of a Tamagotchi type of deal. Some sort of an electronic toy. Yes, feed that damn thing before it dies. Age shouldn't matter. When we're talking about this teen girl whipping everyone to a point where it might not anymore be considered a assault, but attempted murder. There was the stomp sound, so you see here, when Karma did exactly as I said that she would do. She jumped from the roof, did a whip attack to slow her descent, so she could just hit the ground without injury. Karma is a fighting game character. Or, well, more likely a side character, play character of choice in a Castlevania game. That's not a threat from you. You're gonna do that anyway. Yeah, I didn't want to spoil this, so I went along with the scheme from the get-go. But this doesn't make any sense to me. Like, in every format, they are not shown in the games, but in every manga version, every anime version, every movie version, she never got really well along with Edgy Boy. There was always the rivalry between, proving who's like the right successor. So I don't get it. Yep. Like, the phrase of gone and died, they were just bad translations. Like, the fact that vanished is, it's accurate. But then again, at this point, shouldn't she already know where he is? I don't remember exactly the timeline of investigations, but they see in the first case, and I remember that it takes place like almost immediately after the first game. So, confusion. Again, the way that you bring it out like this, it is you crying out for your papa. The name cannot be sullied anymore from what Karma did. All the things he did. Even just the things that he did during that case, those alone would have been a death penalty alone. But unspeakably the other things. Yeah, Nick lost his mind. Like, where did that came from? I'm so confused. Why is this a point in the game? And now Maya is gonna cry endlessly. And it's all because of the very confusing feelings Phoenix is going through. At least the action music ended. So let's go back to Acro's room. You've already been here once, so... yeah. So the birds look... they just look so much worse in this version. And they just look so simple. I like and hate them at the same time. It's uncanny. Why that line was the trigger for this music. Anyway, let's examine, even though we have examined most of the things here before. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, most people can't fold that well. It's just a fact. Most can't, and even more won't. Also, I don't get the design of this. Like, I've seen this type of designs for machines and bells you're supposed to use with your legs, not with ones that are only for hands. It confuses me. let's actually... There we go. I don't know, would tail even be helpful in basketball though? I never understood tire swings like this. I enjoy tire swings that have like attached from both sides because they were just wings that allowed you to be way more comfortable usually, and like you could lay down on them, and with some of them you could get insane speeds as well, or have multiple people there at the same time depending. But when it's like this, I don't get it. Like, even with larger wheels, I still seen smaller kids like getting stuck into the inner tube when they go through. The amount of times when I have actually like just like back in the day when I was in school, and there were the playgrounds that had swings like this. The bell is ringing, I'm going, and then suddenly I just hear help, help, and I notice, oh, someone's stuck. Everyone goes away. Then okay, I guess then I'm the only one who can. I have to lift up that freaking entire tire and just shake it so the person just falls down from there and don't get even a thank you. Everyone just forgets that it never happened, even though it happened again and again and again. All those shiny things are of some value. No, Phoenix, no. Well, if a exhaust pump is that shiny, it's most likely expensive and brand new, not used. They would get dirty immediately. Also, are those tire rims? Those get loose all of the time. And they can never be shiny. They legit get instantly dirty as well. I can't even count the amount of times that they gone loose in my car. As far as I remember, I have actually even lost one, like for good. The other times I managed to actually find it, but there was that one time when I couldn't find it. I even knew which road it must have come loose, and that road is only like 3 kilometers long, but I couldn't still find it, even though I drove back and forth it a couple of times. So we just bought a new set. when the like a second one got loose, I did manage to find it, but it smacked into a tree with such a force that it like partly snapped. So the decision was simple. We're just gonna buy new ones. They aren't that expensive, but they're expensive for me. Now, this is a valid point, but still. And this should immediately bring out issues. Someone clearly content to live with the wheelchair immediately getting psychologs when someone asks about how it happened. And another thing, why couldn't they just switch the apartments around? I bet everyone would just accept and accommodate. Like, who would be such an asshole and say, no, I need my bottom floor apartment here, when there's someone who literally can't use the stairs? Like, who is the one constantly helping him up and down? Like, there are no suites, and there can't be any suites if he can't go alone. That's a whole fucking lot of work. Well, we have 2 people now stating that they saw Galactica flying about. But we have to go with the common sense that it's not possible to do. But there is something we haven't talked to Agro about, or well, like with someone. He clearly mentioned that there is something with someone who... No, it's not money. At first, let's show the badge, because we haven't shown the badge to him yet. Oh, this is the generic one. Okay, well, there is someone he mentioned. And that was Regina. Maya, no. No, Maya, no, don't. You are like right on that, but there is something there. But I guess we aren't getting anything more out of him at the moment. Maybe Regina has arrived now. So let's test and try to go back to the big top itself. We go to the entrance and then we finally get to the big top. And yes, she must be here now. It's been a while. Could it be? Yay! The only sensible character in the entire circus. Hello! Made a mistake. What? Why? Also how? Also confusion. And stop jumping. Well, let's talk to her. But even if you would believe in this, and it is actually a very common belief, like almost all nations have some stories about how stars were born, and it's almost always that things were flung into the sky and became the stars, or something died and became the stars, or something monumental happened and formed into the stars. There's such so many stories around the world. But even if you would honestly believe that, you know that the star won't, they aren't capable of speaking. How would you even know which star is your beloved? And yeah, I don't get how it's a happy thought. Everything was not right with Regina. Let's talk about money. Like, here we see a huge issue. All of these are positive, and I have a feeling they're not gonna change absolutely anything, no matter which one I choose. So let's choose the most neutral one, the most task-centric. Well, there is something we need to talk about, and that's the note. Well, the nonsensical and not well nature of Regina just shines through again. But then, I think that might be everything we have to talk to her about. I think Mo might have had something to say now. So, cafeteria? Burgers. Yes. I could really go for a burger. But I could really more go for some ramen. It's been so many years since I had ramen. Real ramen. It's been far too many years. It's even been a couple years without the convention. And a couple years before that there've been ramen. I need some. Please send me ramen. Get over it, you say? And we have the second person with locks. Yeah, we are getting locked out of progress now, aren't we? I have no memory. What did we need for these locks? Oh, Acro's locks. Yeah, the issue is I have no memory what type of questions we had and like get from those, and I am not wanting to test them out yet because I bet I need something. Just need something. Oh, I just remembered. Maybe we aren't actually supposed to be here. We weren't supposed to talk to Mo yet, but we were supposed to go to Mo's room. Because remember how we promised that we will get Regina's costume? And money wasn't in Acro's room. Oh, whoops, wrong button. So maybe money was actually in Mo's room. I think I was correct. That costume looks horrible. I really think we shouldn't give it back. And here we have the series' first fighting scene. So now we have to be really careful and think, are we gonna issue a command? Are we gonna issue a comedy command? Are we gonna issue a strict command? Or are we gonna issue a communicative command? Okay, do we use funny, tough, or creative? Set your votes, people. And we go with creative. Yeah, everyone knew that. Gee, I wonder, could it have something to do with the fact that you are 18 and she's 16 and she's very diminutive compared to you, even though you also are short, like small, but not that small. 2 years of difference. And yeah, the size jokes here make a lot more sense with the food that Maya is after being burgers in the translations instead of ramen. Because with ramen, I don't get the joke, like, why would you give like size jokes with ramen? It's a healthy dish, which I would really want to go for. Let's actually examine before we leave. Because were all of these broken things here last time? Don't think so. Also, I don't remember that the TV was red. Or the VCR yellow. It just might be that my memory is completely failing me. But I remember that they both were just normal grey. But let's look at this. And my voice is going to places. I don't know why. It's just going to places. Like, the fact that my voice is going to places. Why did I ever even get this? Like...
My voice could go to places anyway, so this feels too extra.
Way too extra.
that wasn't much talk. But let's return the costume. Yeah, like Ben and Trial. We are really just passing them by constantly. And not even certain would have we needed to talk to him at all. But let's present the costume. Stop jumping. Don't wear the costume. Don't say that. Please. Phoenix, go away. No. Phoenix, no. Go away. Why? Why did you admit it? I think now we can talk about... Yeah, we can talk about Leon. The second sensible character gone before his time. It is a very old trick. Everyone knows that. But it being a cliche trick, it's really confusing how it was done so much that it became a cliche. I can only imagine how horrible of a training the animals did used to get back in the day, because then it actually caused a huge audible gasps and screams when it happened. Nowadays everyone just knows it's that common trick and nobody actually screams. But circuses are still loud. I can't imagine a circus tent without at least one baby crying constantly. Most likely there is going to be 10 babies constantly crying, tactically placed all over the circus, so everyone will be forced to hear it constantly. Yeah, I think that's all we can get here now. But we know that Mo has something he's hiding from us, and I think Leon is the thing we needed. At least for one of the locks. So. There is going to be the court part as well. Which I'm fairly certain that we aren't gonna finish this episode. It's gonna happen next time. Oh no, Goran. Don't say those words. You might turn blue and disappear again. I don't want it to happen. I'm still shocked from the last time. Oh yeah, after we have done with the locks... Well, actually, after we're done with the locks, there shouldn't be much left. Like, we know that there's Acro's locks. I think that might be it. Yeah, we are gonna go through the trial. Like, no way I'm cutting it after this. Goron, no! And here we show Leon. Shouldn't Leon be in the profiles though? Oh, so wait. We haven't restored our strikes. Oh, now I remember where I got the strike. I was about to say I don't remember where we got the strikes, but it was because I pressed and we were warned that we will be punished for most behavior. That was it. And this is just something we have to, in a sense, guess. Because we know the Leon incident, so that was the thing for the first one. But Acro's hiding what happened to him, and something happened to him. So this is just a place where you have to make a guess. That could it be that it's Acro? It was so odd to hear that sound, because we haven't really heard that sound. Well, here we go. Like the game didn't before go for huge puns. The fuck with their names. Like, there's no way that they thought it's a good idea. And I'm not sure, do we actually ever learn of the brother's real name? Because Akaro told what's his. But what about his brother? Oh, immediately it was told to us. I didn't remember. It's been a while, you guys. It's been, Jesus, it might actually be something like 10 years. No, please don't tell me it's actually been that long. Because I remember that I would have gotten, bought the trilogy out when it came on 3DS. It might actually be a decade ago. I'm not certain. Someone might want to Google. But it was a long time ago. Can someone already guess what happened all that time ago? Anyone? Because when I was playing this case for the first time, it was immediately obvious. Like, I even remember that when we got that one piece of evidence, it was immediately when I thought that something akin to this had happened. Well, I think this is all we can get out of Mo. And I think this is all we should need in order to get our final thing of the investigation part. Which, yeah, it would be way too short for me to end the stream on this, so I guess we have to go through the code as well. And I don't want to cut that in the middle. So we should go through entirety of it. Which means I most likely will miss part of the stream. And I don't like that fact, but I don't want to leave this unfinished either. Like, after this there's one case, and then we're done with the second game. Which means I might put the series on break for a small while again. And maybe get something on the Switch going. But first I would need to get what it would be. There have been way too many things waiting. I don't know what to start. What would be suitable. Something short. But yeah. Let's present the Magatha. And the bird's instinct know that they need to go. Or they are gonna be strangled by the mind chains and locks. Why did you ask it like that when you're gonna show what happened? Yeah, that's true. And yeah, we would have been stuck on the first one and then immediately on the second one. But here goes back. Well, the thing is that other people should know and be willing to say important things like this as well. But then again, Mo seems to be the one spilling out all the beans. Like always, what? What do you mean like always? It is the 3 locks, so... Well, yeah. I guess it's deep. Comparing how many locks you're usually seeing in a case. So, And this is something we have to really guess. Because the thing is, we haven't outright been shown that it will be the case, but we know that there is that hatred. Also, thank you, Goron. Yeah, Phoenix. Now you're trying to buff your way through. Like, at the final moment, why do you have to buff? Why? You don't know it for certain, but it is the only sensible thing though, but still, don't buff so bad. It's like me playing a game of Modern, my opponent with 3 lives, constantly sweating that I'm just gonna twin lightning bolt them when they run out of mana. And that's why the game is prolonged. While actually, I just have 4 basic mountains in my hand and keep drawing more. And maybe occasionally a swamp. I don't normally like playing red as a color at all. But playing Rakdos Burn is the best thing ever in Modern. The way I get my opponent sweating, constantly fearing that I have better cards in my deck, and especially in my hand than they actually are. They constantly calculating the odds, how long they are going to survive, how many mana they need to save for all the counter spells. But no. There never will be need for counter spells. Because I just draw lands and lands and lands. It always happens. So let's check one thing, because I don't ever remember checking this. Yeah, we are in the same series. They don't have that much age difference, but Bat, Regina. You would have thought that it could have been the first acceptable and cute couple. No. There is a huge difference here. Not as bad as here, but still. And it's actually less than with Max and Regina. Only by 1 year, but still. Why? they could have made Regina be 2 years older. And it wouldn't have changed like her character at all. It would have just made everyone else be more sensible. And I would say that they should have made Acro's father younger. It fits if he would have been younger. Yeah, it's not like why wasn't it ever even washed? It's obvious. Also, that case has nothing to do with this one, Karma. You can't just come in and take it. It's not for you to decide. It should go to the court. And it should be for both parties, not always just for the prosecution. This is unfair. This is unusually cruel. And we already know that he's gonna be a witness anyway. Is it now, Phoenix? Is it now? But yeah. Although now that I look at the actual time, it's getting closer to 2 hours. Decisions. Because if I would continue from this, that would mean it would be another couple of hours. But if I stop here, we are gonna have a very short stream. Goron, are you still there? And then, what time are you gonna start? My decision to go on, it's pretty much dependent on that. When are you going to start? Oh. So that's in an hour. I guess I'm gonna continue then. Yeah. I'm gonna continue in that case. I will miss part of the stream in that case, but this will be like a very annoying place to just quit it, if I would. But I haven't had my break yet. I need additional drink. And I could visit the little box as well. So I will be right back.
The Space Marines of the Blood Ravens chapter arrived on Cronus like the mailed fist of the Emperor. Acting under orders from his chapter master and chief librarian, young brother Captain Davian Thule ordered the Blood Ravens to carry out a thorough purge of this world. The chapter master had told Thule that ancient relics of the chapter were hidden on Cronus. Artifacts from the mysterious early years of the Blood Ravens. These sacred items could not be allowed to fall into alien hands. Captain Thule ordered the withdrawal of the Imperial Guard forces stationed in Victory Bay. But Governor Alexander flatly refused to pull his men back. Thule judged the governor a good man, but had little choice but to send his Space Marines to battle the governor's troops, along with all the other powers on Cronus. The Blood Raven's willingness to fight soldiers of the Imperium did not go unnoticed. Whispers began that the relics on Cronus were more damning than holy. Only the war's victors would be left to decide the truth of the matter.
Yeah, sorry for the break. being a bit longer than necessary. I had the usual random annoying phone call just before it, so here we are. Also, don't bring someone a freaking carton of milk before trial. Even those who are, aren't lactose intolerant, actually drinking milk before something is not a good idea. It really brings in mind that video where there is a kitten that's clearly bloated, and they pick the kitten up and shake it, and you can hear the liquids on about. Yeah, that kitten has drank way too much milk. And the sounds are exaggerated, but still. It is not so uncommon that if you have a kitten that can just drink all the milk they want, we'll get to that point quite easily. It's not at least as bad as with dogs, because dogs have no sense of their stomach. They will legit just keep eating and eating. They will eat all they can see and then just continue puking and eating the puke and puking and eating it and puking and eating it in an endless loop. And absolutely no exaggerations, that's just what happens. I've been unfortunately witnessing it a couple of times. And all the times I've been happy, like, I have no connection to this. I don't have to be cleaning up the mess. Oh, I've been really happy about that fact. That's not funny, but sensible. 2 cauldrons of milk. Then we find out that Galaxy is actually lactose intolerant, and these are so he can just rocket out of the cell. Also, I have my blinds closed, but by the sound of it, the wind is fierce and it's raining. I should have checked that while I was up. I kind of forgot, because it's been going on like a bit before I started streaming. But here's the thing. It doesn't even matter. Would she believe in that, or would it be the case or not? It's just the thing that they are gone from this realm, and that's what matters. They aren't gonna be there to help you anymore, so that should be the reality check, not this becoming stars. I can understand the 2 birds, but where did that 3rd one come from? And the amount of animals that have been seen in this court of law, and nobody has made any precautions of anything. They just allow now there being even extra birds that wasn't there before. Why do you keep doing this? And the proper timing is now, because you are trying to push the court to go on without allowing the defense do their job. There is absolutely no one who ever thought of that. Even when I moved here, I was like, oh, there are no curtains here. And then I was like, well, that's not gonna matter because there are the blinds I can use. I wouldn't like really need the curtains. And to be honest, the curtains I have in this room, I would like them off. They don't look nice, and they kind of get in the way, because the blinds work, but the stick is up there, so it looks better without them. So, But in the kitchen, I like those curtains. Those curtains are really nice. And when I was moving here, both my parents brought me here, and I went to buy some tools with my dad, because we were lacking some. I don't remember anymore exactly what the tool was which we didn't have. But we went out and bought the tools, and meanwhile my mom put on the curtains. And the place looked so much nicer. The kitchen, like what I mean, looks so much more nicer. I was so happy about the fact. But yeah. Well, you know that every time we had this situation, the thing has been that we always have to say that there is a contradiction. So, of course, we are gonna say that there is a contradiction. And we need evidence. Wait, what? Was I spaced out? No, it was correct. I was like, because that started to seem like, wait, was I actually wrong? The heck just happened? So... Wait, what? I am confused. Oh, I get it now. I get what's wrong. In this one, you actually get that with multiple things, not just the correct one. That was the thing. That's why they don't punish you. I don't remember everything, so let's just actually go for the part where we have to, because we aren't getting that good dialogue from this. At least I can't remember. So it's here. Yeah, that's true. But there is a contradiction. And you already know what I'm going to present. Because I already presented it. But to a wrong part. I'm very surprised we didn't get punished for it. But it's the hat. Well, here's the deal. We could say so many things. We don't know, but we could assume that he has a grudge Because everyone seemingly has a grudge against Max. So that would be a good motive for this. And a second thing which would be sensible as well, it would be that Acro would be dreaming, but that would be just us trying to get him off the witness stand, which wouldn't help us finding the real culprit. Or we could just go extreme and say that he is the real culprit. We don't have much to back it off, but we are going with it. I assume he was agreeable then? Hey, I would love to go buy the entire skit by now, but like I still have something in my lungs, so I'm not in the mood, because I might just be forced to cough my lungs out during the stream. I just hope that I get this fixed before tomorrow, because tomorrow's car ride is gonna be really awkward if I'm still coughing my lungs out. And usually if a thing like this happened, it clears itself in a couple of hours. Like when I can stop thinking about it, really. That fucking bird. It's assaulting Phoenix. Like, how? How did he train the bird to assault Phoenix? Or is it actually meant that the bird is attracted to the sweat? It would kind of make sense, but still. I would say that a sliver of common sense would cause you, well, to mill your deck. This is a magic joke. Hehe. Like, it's actually funny that there is not a sliver of common sense, because they are beasts. So it kind of makes sense, but I could see that if they would do a sliver of common sense, it would be most likely a white-blue sliver that gave all slivers the ability to remove themselves from combat. It would actually be very nice, like, it would be like that one spell which I can't remember the enchantment's name. So you could assign a sliver to be blocking or attacking, and then you could just decide, oh, I'm pulling it back. And the way how that's interactions with that enchantment work, it's broken on Arena, so people have been playing it so wrong on paper, and I just have to agree with it. Even though they didn't let me play it the same way. which is that if you attack with a creature, you can't pull it back if you want to deal damage, because damage doesn't go to stack anymore. It has to go all the way through. Combat has to end before the damage happens, so you can't just pull it through back to untap it. The reason for that enchantment is that if they are being blocked in a way that they would die, you could say, nope, I'm pulling them back. Or if you have a creature with combat triggers, but you don't want it to actually go through, you use that. There are many things you want to do it like that with. Like you might even have a creature that does something for every attacking creature, but then you want to pull them back because they can produce mana. So you pull them back, use them for mana, get an additional combat step, untap shit, and do shenanigans like that. That enchantment is good. It's not OP. Well, you have to really think about this. Did he have a culprit or not? You would say that, yeah, of course he did. There's money. But money is counted among evidence, not profiles. So, no. The shock on karma. That is true. It's like playing modern against me. If you stop attacking, you are just doomed. You need to kill me before I can kill you. I hate these because it's sometimes they are very, very specific, sometimes they aren't. I'm hoping it doesn't matter where I'm pointing here, so I'm gonna point in the middle. What do you mean nuts? We have seen bodies moved a lot in the series. Oh no, the bird was sent for attack mode again. Phoenix, look out! Whoops, the bird is coming. Well, these situations are always funny because there have been situations where we just can't present evidence, and then we present evidence in like a very, very short span. It's usually because someone said, "Oh, but you can't prove this," and they were, "I can prove this." They're like, well, why couldn't you show the evidence from the get-go? This time, we actually have a hunch, but you really need to think about this. It's not that obvious, but it is quite obvious if you think about it. How was Galactica seen? So we're gonna present evidence. Now think about before we get there. How was Galactica seen on the case? Like the scene of the crime? How was he seen at the scene of the crime? By the streets line. He just arrives just in time. And it's not Spider-Man. It's the bust. No. A wheelchair with something so heavy? He's an acrobat. He's supposed to be able to lift multiple times his weight. And imagine that, that strength being the norm for being an acrobat. Then be stuck in a wheelchair for a while. What would happen to that strength? You would have to get all the strength that was in your entire body and make it work with just your arms. And wheeling something heavy is much easier than carrying it. And it's something that Galactica himself have been able to carry, so of course a acrobat could wheel it on a wheelchair. Like the ending of this case, it's accelerating so fast, like the court itself. Like we went from having no idea what happened to actually having good theories what happened. 0 to 100 in a flash. Oh, so you can't just have someone testify. Are they capable of doing something like that? We would need an expert telling it, or others who know of Acro's condition. And just look at him, he has muscles. He has upper body muscles. That should be a good indication alone. Like, why would he choose a costume like that to go in the court with if he does want to seem fair enough to not be able to do a thing like that. He's not doing his testament to service here. But here, there's an immediate thing which you could imagine. If he can't just lift drop the bust, he could throw it. So that solves issue 1. The second issue, he can't see. Use a fucking mirror and then try. If you fail, try again. And 3, you must all already know why he was able to know the location of him. Because there was something obvious on the scene which allowed it to be done. Phoenix doesn't have it easy. Everyone's against him. Now everyone's proclaiming that they're gonna win him in a race. Even though this wasn't about fucking racing. But here's the thing. He's already admitting that it's possible that he's under rehabilitation, that he's actually going to be able to walk at some point. Because beforehand we were like gotten and given the idea that he's just forever stuck with the wheelchair now. Like, in most cases it is. If something forces you to be on a wheelchair, something that, injury of that nature, it's usually something you just have to live with for the rest of the time. Their own words. Unfortunately. But that's how it is. It's very hard to fix the nerves. And to be honest, at this current situation with medical science, they are impossible to repair. You can sometimes circumvent them though, and sometimes they aren't actually severed. they are just malfunctioning or temporarily severed. No, it's the thing that you don't really need to even hit his head. You would only need to hit him somewhere. Because of a bust of that size and supposed weight, just being thrown on you from 3 stories high, you're gonna die. Like, the only places where you're not gonna die if it just hits your legs or hand. But head, you're instantly dead. Anywhere in the body itself, you are gonna bleed out if nothing else. It's gonna crush your ribs and make you have insane amounts of internal bleeding from your own ribs. Not a pretty sight. Not a pretty sight at all. But we already know what it is. I think everybody already guesses what it is. It's something that wasn't really much talked about, even though it was a huge thing from the get-go. Also, thank you, Goran. So, we are gonna press no, not press. I wanted to press end. Shit. No. No, we have to go through all of this again. Come on. I pressed the wrong button. No. It's a good thing that it wasn't the final one, because we would have had to gone through the long speech after. We want to press end, not press. But yeah, there is the one thing which we haven't really talked about almost at all. The wooden box. Enough stalling, show us your marks. Like, it is obvious, but here's the thing. You should have looked around, which would have included looking up. But then again, the Ringmaster does look like a bit obvious character. And the way his daughter is. It might be that the ringmaster himself is a bit simple, let's just say. Yeah, that goes over an assault. That goes to an attempted murder. Like 2 whips, like 2 whippings in a row. I say going past that, it goes over an assault. The damage a fucking whip does. Jesus. Well, I would say all of them are important and different because it is a large box, but it doesn't look in any way to be a very specially large box. It's just a large box, but then the weight of it, well, okay, the weight of it, it's nothing special because it's heavy. And the contents of it were extraordinary on their own. Who would expect there to be spice? Small pint of spice. But it is the size. The judge is content, but we all know that the judge will be overtaken so easily. So, well, here's the deal. We don't know it, but we think we know it, so I remember. Yeah, that's true. But you were brought to breakfast every day. So there is a simple way you could have gotten it. You're just taken while you were gone to breakfast. But there is also another thing, which the thing Karma said makes this a very annoying thing in a way, because you had to say there was no accomplices. So the fact that you were forced to say that there were no accomplices but you have to prove that there was an accomplice. Like, seriously? Why? They could have changed the order of the questions a bit.
Objection! Objection!
Yeah, the fact that they say that the statue is bronze, is it completely patinated? Because if it actually is, that is super cool. I never seen anything that has patinated in such a good manner to make it so lovely green and still be metal. But yeah, the obvious cards that are extremely shiny. And the nameplate as well. That should be shiny enough on its own. The judge was on the right trail for once, and immediately karma whips him out of it. Well, here's the thing. You should immediately get an idea that maybe the question isn't actually who. Because it's gone, like the game brought us to the evidence instead of the profiles. And we were already stated that there was, like, what most likely was used as the murder weapon. So could it be that the clown actually saw the bust? Like, duh.
Objection! Objection! Objection!
No, it's not important. It's not really important. The important question is who made this thing drop, because that means that's the one who's the murderer. The code doesn't matter. Well, we are forced to witness something completely pointless, because the code doesn't matter. But we can have a hunch. Just remember who was wearing the coat. It was the victim. Okay, this is actually funny. Especially that they use this music. Just let's go through the scene, what happened. It's ridiculous. Just wait for it. Here it comes. Magical levitating cloak. Yeah, it's so nonsensical. But it could happen. The way it raises up with the freaking suspense music. But all the evidence points towards this story, more than the nonsensical thing which you are suggesting. That the accused build a magical flying rig for himself to just do a murder in middle of nowhere on the outside of the freaking apartments. What? hard proof that the trick is revealed. There is only one thing which we can show, and I don't really understand it. Like, why is it the solution? Because, like, after it's explained, yeah, it makes sense. But, like, well, somewhat. But, like, out of the blue, it was on this way, wasn't it? Where was it? Was it this? No, it's... I keep forgetting, it's not a picture, it's a poster. But yeah. Like, I remember that I might have had to look this up. No, wait, I couldn't look things up. I played in places without internet. Now, regardless, I don't know how did I even came to the solution. Because this is not the way I would start explaining it, but it's the solution.
Objection!
Like, the roses part is just something you have to utterly guess. Because you can't really think that that's the way it got snagged. You would think that it would go all the way around the statue or the bust, or it wouldn't like stay on. But it is like the only way that how can there be the same coat going and not showing the flowers for one when it did for another? It's the only reasonable solution, but it's not that good. The motive can't be your only excuse. Like, the times that the prosecution goes on with the motive, it's just bullshit. There'll be no motive for the accused is never accepted. But for someone else to be accused, there always needs to be the motive. Dingling's testimony will be heard after the recess. And I feel like I would want to take a recess of my own, but then again, there is one part anymore. One part, and that's the end. So I do want the power on, so I can hop on to Zen stream right after. He hasn't started yet, even though I can see that he's still on a voice call, even though they're supposed to start in 2 minutes. Well, let's save anyway. Who knows? I could lose connection or something. So it's a good thing to have the save. But let's continue. Well, Gumshoe is correct. This guy deserves to be made guilty, but not for murder, for something completely different. This is a cruel joke, isn't it? Yeah. Like, they want him to fucking die. Like, why? That's cruel. But I could really see that if accused would be sent milk, that the courts in location unnamed would actually make them drink it all. Just so it doesn't go sour and stink up the place. Instead of, you know, throwing it away or not accepting it. The text goes so fast now. Well, try to guess which one we are going to choose. It's gonna be surprising, because we are gonna choose. We don't have a need to question him. Yep, I would have never thought, but that testimony is something that we can't even fight against. So, yeah. And then again, you would think that of course we say that we can't. Because we can't at the moment. Yeah, when you think about it, it makes sense. But the thing is that didn't he even consider that someone else could fall under this? Like, the distinct possibility of the fact that it could happen? So yeah, now we are here because of that situation. The end of things. Like, Acro's behavior became way more despicable after this revelation. He didn't plan to freaking crush an old man. He planned to crush... Wait for it. There's a bit more dialogue here than I remembered. Here we go. So, Acro didn't remember. Man of 26 wasn't planning to murder a man of 52, but a girl of 16. Yep. Like, we should be able to like blast through this last part, because I don't remember that there is any cross-examinations anymore, and cross-examinations are the longest part. I can see that most of the viewers gone away because another stream has started, and I want to get onto that stream, but I need to go through this because this ending is shocking in the end. Because we have to go to another sake, which I bet every one of you have already guessed. But we have to go into it. Well, this proves that someone was out to kill her. But it doesn't prove it that was Acro, but Acro is the only one who makes sense. Especially when everyone else is in love with that little girl. Like, Jesus. Like, if she would have actually gotten the right target, if it would be Regina that was crushed under the statue, and like everything else went the same way in this trial, people should have guessed that it's Acro somehow. Nobody would have blamed Galactica or anyone else, because everyone else is in love with that little girl. Only Acro has issues with her. Although people must not know about it because Regina is taking Acro for breakfast every day. But still, just the fact that he's the only one not in love with her should be enough.
Objection!
But you have been the fool all along, Von Calm. It's just... well... bit too obvious now, isn't it? But we had to. Why is this even a question? Here is the thing, even if you had no idea what happened, even though I bet most of you have already guessed, you know that the box was there to be the temptation, and what was inside the box? Well, it's the small seasoning bottle. Pepper. I could go for some pepper. I don't have any, but I could go for some pepper. And not just the doctor kind. Hehe.
Objection!
Well, the only one other person who got hurt. Bat. Yeah, the thing is that the court never heard of this beforehand. Is gonna be it's gonna be bad for the circus. The circus was hiding almost the death of 2 members. Doesn't look good for the circus now, does it? Well, since the pepper is stated as being on evidence, and we saw what Pepper did, it's of course, it was more than that. Well, like, there is only one thing which makes sense. Only one new thing we have been given. A scarf stained with blood and pepper. Yeah, this should have been obvious from the get-go. Why no one had any idea about this?
Objection!
No. You can't keep doing that. And let me take that. Because you're just trying to stall for time, which you accused us doing. the thing that there are evidence that have shown this to be very likely to have been the case, plus witness that has been helping this fact to be proven correct, and mainly the lack of any evidence that it was Galactica who did this, the case should already be over. But no! We are continuing. Because evidence. Always evidence on the defense. You know that the murder weapon is something that the prosecution is supposed to find, not the defense. So why we fail finding the murder weapon? The accused is going to be convicted of murder and put to death. Well, his room has already been has been searched, so we'll just see how things go out. No. The motive was one thing, but now everything has to go directly about the murder itself. This doesn't make any sense, but it does create tension. I love these games, I love these nonsensical things, but I have to bring them up. I can't let them slip by either. Maya is talking sense for once, but it's surprised that she wasn't thrown out of the courtroom again. Well, lodging house have been cleaned. it being somewhere on the big top, it isn't living on the line. Also, he hasn't been able to leave his room. So of course it's somewhere in this very room! And of course, it's in the judge's bench! I don't even think that there is going to be a unique reaction to this, but I can't get it wrong that many times. Look how awful it is. So we are just going to say exactly where it is. In the stand. I just love how this ending has been written. It's just excellent. But it's a very nonsensical ending to a little bit. It shouldn't be even required. But I just love how the music kicked in, and it was over for Acro. There was nothing he could do. So yeah. that she didn't mean it. And you still went on, you murderer, like, you, no. And the fact that she didn't murder anyone even. It was all an accident and nobody died. So, point. Yeah, it took about as much as I expected, but we done it. We saved Galactica. Yeah, this wasn't the best idea now, was it? If someone's been living in the clouds, you can't just bring everything up to them at once. Like, she's gonna be a wreck for the rest of her life. And that's something as well. It would be very likely that everyone would just leave. Him saying it like that meant like he's most likely gonna off himself. But there is a very good reason why he wouldn't. Yeah, because there is something important. There is something important to him that I guess he just really realized at that point. And that's bad. And now it's finally brought up. Yep. Max actually had something going. He was surprisingly smart about one thing. Really one thing only. Something sinister is going on. It was Edgy Boy. Ooh, achievement turnabout picked up. And next time, it's gonna be the final episode of this game. Farewell, my turnabout. So we are gonna save. And we are gonna leave it at that. No spoilers for you. I let you heard one sound, and that was it. But yeah, like I said, no spoilers. But yeah, next time we are gonna start the final case in this game. Isn't that neat? But for now, we have a raid to go on. A stream which I've been late for over half an hour already, which I'm sad about. But before I press the button, let me thank everyone for joining today. Hopefully you'll join me next time, which will be on Monday for the Saturday special. So please, people, join up. More of you are there interacting, the more power you have to change what's going on. I don't think that the sub goal is gonna be met, so your power isn't going to be on the negative, but it could be on the positive. It's all up to you guys. Anyways, let's raid Zen to get some more Majora going on. So yeah, I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye bye.